Trail talk time. Out on another groovy trail. Sun shining away. Such a gorgeous day out. Feeling great. I wanted to talk about something really dear to my heart. My grandpa just passed away a couple days ago. That's been pretty hard to deal with, but I just wanted to share a few things that have really helped to not just comfort me, but to deal with death and to look at death in different ways. You know, it's such a sensitive topic, but I just want to help to share some things. You know, if anybody's watching this, dealing with death in their own lives, it can definitely be a heavy thing. But I mean, it's all a part of the beauty of life, part of this dance. You know, death is just a natural part of life. Just the other side of it. I feel like, you know, they say death is the great equalizer, right? It evens the playing field. And we never know how long we're going to be here in this incarnation. And so death can give us a sense of motivation, if you will, you know, to live this life in its fullest, to do what we really want to do in this life. And so when people pass, it can remind us that we never know when our time might come that we may pass as well. So it's important to realize, you know, not knowing how long we have, that we must take each and every opportunity we can every day to really live the life we want to live, to do the things we want to do. We must be thankful for every day we have and enjoy every moment and really honor and enjoy these people in our lives. And I think death isn't just a sad thing. You know, of course you're going to feel sad and mourn those who you've lost. I've shed many tears over the last couple days. But there's a beauty in death, and that's one of the great questions that most, if not all of us have, is what will happen after we pass? Where will we go? And through just going deeper within myself and realizing that I am, you know, more than just this temporal physical body, this vessel. We are, you know, that animating life force within it, that consciousness that's able to remain as all of these changes come about in our lives, in our bodies, in our psyche. As they continue to change and transform, we remain, and we're able to witness all of this change. And that shows us that, you know, we are something more than just this physical body. And so I truly believe that after we pass, that we will remain. It'll just be beyond this form that we have taken in this incarnation. And so I can't say exactly what that's going to look like or feel like, or what that experience really is. But I just have this knowing that there's something more that we will experience beyond this one incarnation. And I know that that beautiful life that was within my grandpa still remains. And he remains here with us in our hearts and our minds, in our memories, and in all the people that he's touched, that he's connected with, that he's shared his beautiful life with. He continues to remain, and his legacy will continue to live on. It was funny, yesterday I was walking down this path here. You know, I was thinking about making this video, but it was still very hard to think about, and to think about even making the video talking about it. And I started to cry as I was walking this trail. I think it's important to release all those tears and let it all go. And it helps you to let them go. And that's what we must learn to do, as hard as it is. You know, I was reading another chapter in The Power of Now last night, and Eckhart was talking about true love being something that has no opposite. You know, as opposed to these sort of dysfunctional relationships that we often have with other people that we might think of as love, but they're so up and down, you know, coming from a space of the ego, that one minute we may love or think that we love them and treat them as such, and then another minute we're lashing out against them, and we're fighting and arguing and treating each other so negatively. And so it really isn't true love in that relationship. You know, he talked about that false love, and we often see it in a lot of these like really romantic kind of songs and movies and stuff. That's more of a clinging type of love, a clinging, an attachment, holding on to this person as if they're your life source, when true love is just allowing them to be, allowing yourself to be, and sharing in that being together. So we mustn't cling to these people in our lives. We have to allow them to be free and let them go. For it's selfish to try and possess somebody, to possess another. That clinging all stems from the ego. And it was funny, yesterday, just as I passed the little clearing behind me there were a few bats that were flying right above my head, just circling all around me as I was drying the last of my tears. And I knew there was a significance in that synchronicity, the perfect timing of it all, and I looked up what the spiritual significance of bats are, and I already had a feeling, but the things that I came across were all talking about how they relate to death, and specifically like letting go, you know, letting somebody or something go. And so it was just amazing, like that whole moment. It was quite beautiful, and it really did help me to start to come to terms with my grandpa passing and start to let him go and realize that he is in a better space now. You know, he had gotten to a certain point where my dad was telling me, he was saying to him, his mind was still sharp. He felt his mind was sharp, but his body just wasn't cooperating anymore, and he was having some issues with certain things. And so all of that pain and discomfort and frustration is now gone for him. And so it was just his time. And that's what we must realize. When somebody passes, it happens for a reason, and it was just their time. There's such a grand design going on in this life, and we might not understand all the ins and outs of it all the time, but we have to accept it. We have to accept it fully, and not try and wish that things were different and wish that these people were still here. For I think that is selfish. I think it's selfish to ask any more of them than they've already given us with their time here with us. And all things here are temporal. So it teaches us not to cling on to anything. Right? Death teaches us to have that openness, that allowance, and that surrender in life. Not to cling to anything and let anything stick to you, but to allow everything to flow through you. And that's so freeing to live in this way. And the way we're programmed, it can be hard sometimes, especially in these moments with the people that we love who are closest to us. We've shared so many beautiful moments with them, and of course we want to continue to be with them, but we must allow them to now be wherever they are now. We cannot possess them. We must allow life to continue to flow in its beautiful, mysterious way. And continue to cherish the moments that we may continue to have. Each breath that we take, giving us life, they're so precious. So I'll continue to honor those who I've lost by cherishing each and every moment and really doing my best to take what these people have given to me, all the beauty that they've shown and all the love that they've shared, and continue to share that with the world in my moments here and do my best to allow things to flow through me freely, not to judge and resist and be so attached. So I just want to say I love you, Grandpa. I love you, my whole family. It was simply his time. That's all I wanted to share for today. Hope everyone has a beautiful day. Enjoy your life and really seize the day. Bask in these moments and cherish each and every day that we have here. This life is a beautiful gift. So that's it for today. Peace and limitless love.